YouTube, what are we doing here? Thursday night football, Falcons, Bucs. Let's get into it. First play that we are going to look at is going to be Bucky Irving. Now, what are we going to take Bucky Irving for? Let's take a look at his receiving yards. All right, now let's take a look at the matchup. And it looks like Atlanta is 19th in the league at allowing receiving yards to running backs. But if you take a look at his past couple games, he's been over 20 in his last 5. So Bucky Irving has exceeded 19.5 receiving yards and 4 at home, and he's at home. So let's take a look at this. Let's look at the target share. All right, let's look at the past couple games. Charbonnet went over his line. All right. These guys, Kenneth Walker, Breece Hall. That would have surprised me. I feel like he would have got some yards there. Devin Neal. Okay. Dowd went over his receiving yards. Chuba Hubbard, Jonathan Taylor. Okay. All right. Well, Bucky Irving's Bucky Irving, right? So I think he's going over 20 yards, 20 receiving yards. We are going to lock this one up, okay? Now, the next, let's just take a look at his rush yards while we're here. And let's give you some insight into the rushing yards allowed for running backs. They are 20th in the league at allowing the rush, overall 24. So it's safe to say he also will get, let's take a look at the alt lines. What would be safe? Do we think maybe 50 rush yards might be a safe move at 250? Let's take a look. I think 50 might be a really safe move. I mean, you could do 60. He barely goes under that in his last 10 games, as you can see. But 50 might be the safer move. Or you might want to, let's just look at his rush and receiving. Let's see what that would be. Rush and receiving yards. Is it safe to say 80? What's 80 look like? Let's take a look. No lines yet. I think you take him for 80 rushing, receiving, and you call it a day. That's what I think. You call it a day. Find it on FanDuel, find the alt line, take him for 80 rush and receiving yards. He looks pretty safe from here. Does he have head-to-head matchup? He had a terrible game last time they played in September. Yeah, well, let's take a look at his season here. He was hurt for a while, but now he's back, right? So I like this. I think you just take him. You can take him for his rush yards, 50 rush yards. And you can take him for his receptions, maybe 2, 3 is his line. Nah, I like him for his receiving yards. 20 receiving yards. I like that. All right, so that's Bucky Irving. Let's go into, let's see what we can look at. Let's take a look at Bijan Robinson, okay? We'll take a look at Bijan Robinson, and we will take a look at his receptions. Let's just take a look at the matchup. So Tampa Bay gives up the 23rd most receptions in the league versus running backs the 22nd. So here's another one. All right, here's another one where we're going to look at his receiving yards. Yeah, I like him for 30, 35. 35 receiving yards, I like that. Let's just take a look and see. Got 17.8 target share. And versus Tampa Bay, Michael Carter did it. Bam Knight. James Cook obviously did it. 66 yards is crazy. Who didn't do? Devin Neal, Corum, Kyron Williams, well, I don't think they get the ball. All right. Take a look here. His receptions. 2 receptions. No, let's just keep him at his receiving yards. While we're here, let's take a look at his rush yards. His rush yards. Now, they allow the 7th least rush yards in the league. So, yeah, you might not want to take him for too high. I think 70 is a crazy line. Will he get 50? 60? Possibly. Let's just take a look and see what they have been. All right, Devin Neal went over it. Michael Carter. No, it's Michael Carter. Kyron Williams didn't get him. Curran didn't get him. James Cook didn't even get him. Yikes. Trayvon Henderson put a beating on him, though. That was the line at 40. Sheesh. All right, well, if, like I said, I think 50 is a safe number. Let's look at his alt line. 50 is minus 480 on Bet Rivers. Yeah, we're gonna look at FanDuel, see what 60 says. See what 60 says. If he's gonna go over 4, it looks like if he's gonna go over 46, he's not gonna hit 50. He's gonna hit 60 plus, right? Because there's no 60 plus line games. He's looking like he's getting 70 or more. So 60 might be the good value play here, just in case. All right. Let's take a look at Egbuka for his receptions. I like Egbuka for he didn't have a great game last game. Take a look at that. But let's look at his receptions. His yards just yeesh. But 3 receptions? Is 3 receptions the move? Let's see what the alt line minus 315. Yikes. Let's take a look at the matchup versus wide receivers. They're 16th in the league. Let's see who's hit 3 receptions. Wow. Well, he went over his line here. He went over his line here. He went over his line here. Okay. Maybe we're going to take him for 4 receptions. All right. Egbuka for 4 receptions. I like it. I like it. I like it. We're going to lock that up. His yards just scare me. His yards just, I'm not, what's his yards going to be? 40 yards? Barely gets over that. Past 5 games. Something's, no, I don't like it. Take it for his receptions. Makes me feel safer. All right, we're going to take a look at Baker Mayfield. I like his rushing yards this game. Let's see. His rushing yards look like, I think he's got over 20 in his last 5 games. Oh, no, he went over, he almost went over 20. Okay. But look at this. The matchup versus quarterback. They are almost dead last in the league at allowing rush yards to quarterbacks. I like 20 yards. It's plus money. Give me that. That gets me kind of excited. You could even take him for 15. I like this. 15.5. Probably on FanDuel for 15. I like this. Baker Mayfield over 15 yards to be safe. I love that. Because look at his passing yards. The man just does not look. Barely went over his past 4 games, man. Jesus. Let's look at the insight, though. Matchup for passing yards. There's no. Okay. All right. Well, there's nothing there. Let's see what they've allowed. Well, they've actually allowed every single quarterback that he's faced to go over their lines. All right, so maybe you take him for, I don't know, 219 though. He hasn't been really performing. So what do you do here? Do you take him for 175? This is a tough one. I'd stay away. Take him for his rush yards and just be safe. Okay. Now we're gonna take a look at. We'll take a look at Kyle Pitts Sr. Let's take a look here. Kyle Pitts Sr. Because Drake London did not participate in Tuesday's practice. So with that being said, look, he had great games versus the tight ends. They're 14th in the league, but they do allow a lot of receptions. So do you take him for maybe 4, 5? Could you get 5 at a good line? 5 is -2 for, okay, maybe 5 is a move. You know, these games, let's just take a look. Trey McBride had 8. All right, Elijah Higgins, he crushed his line. Well, just barely got his line. Davis Allen, Colby Parkinson, Dawson Knox did not get over this. Hunter Henry did not get over this. That is surprising. Hunter Henry's a beast. All right, you know, maybe keep this on the back end and, you know, don't really put this in. I'm not really too confident in it, so we're going to stay away from that. Let's take a look at... Let's take a look at Kirk Cousins. And let's see what his passing yards are going to look like. Kirk Cousins, passing yards allowed. All right, well, they allow a lot of passing yards, Tampa Bay, which is great. So his line is 200. Did he ever play? I mean, wow, 509 last year. Holy hell. Maybe I like this. 200 passing yards. Let's look at his rush. I don't think he gets rush yards, right? No, but let's just take a look and see. He had 16 rush yards. They don't give up. Oh, they do give up a lot of rushing yards to quarterbacks. Sheesh is... Wow, why? 5 rush yards right now is plus money. Let's see, look at his list. Oh, yeah, because he doesn't rush the ball. Only on that game he did. Let's see here. 5 yards, a little scramble. Ain't crazy. Plus money might be good value. Might take that in a separate bet. I like that, but definitely his passing yards for 200. I do like that. I'm pretty confident in that. So those are the plays. Thursday Night Football. Good luck. Thank you for staying tuned in the video. This is a new software I'm just using, Outlier. Give me a couple days to get used to it. It's pretty complicated. It's pretty, complex. So thank you for understanding and for staying this long watching the video. YouTube rewards creators that their viewers watch the whole thing. So thank you very much. Let's just take a look at the picks, right? So we had Mike Evans, Bucky Irving, Bijan Robinson, Mayfield for his rush. We said we're going to stay away from Mike Evans, Bucky Irving for his receiving yards, and yeah, and that's it. And this one not available, but Kirk Cousins for his passing yards. All right, guys, good luck. Comment below if you guys win some money, and have a great night.